like goes down after 4 snaps. You guys have a really good relationship. What's that like? What's your feelings like when something like that happens on a Monday night game?
That's gut wrenching. I wasn't watching the game, but obviously, with how fast news travels these days and is up on social media, I saw that, and you never want to see that, especially for somebody that you do have a close relationship with, that you have had a lot of time with. So that's terrible to see him. Wishing nothing but speedy recovery for him. Good mentor for me while I was here. While he was here, obviously, and definitely made an impact on my first 3 years. Big impact. So definitely want him to get back up and running as soon as he can, and do his thing. But thoughts and prayers to him. You never want to see anybody go through that, let alone somebody you're close with.
A lot of guys in the NFL and people are talking about the difference between turf and grass. What would you rather play on? And is there a difference for somebody getting hurt like that on turf? What's it like for you?
I think there is a difference. I'm not, one way or another, but I do know, looking around the locker room and looking at some guys who have had, some injuries on turf. It definitely does look and seem like, a bit more so happens on turf. But once again, I luckily have not experienced anything going down there or on turf, so I can't really make a statement on that one way or another. But at the end of the day, we all just want everybody to be as safe as possible and prevent injuries as much as we can. So if that's the reason, if that's the way, then all for it.
What's the challenge of that defense you're facing this week?
The challenge of the defense, obviously, they got a lot of veteran players, a lot of guys who have played a lot of ball over there. Looking back around the very first couple days of understanding their defense, but you got a couple guys who have been around the league a long time, know ball, and when you're going up against a team that plays aggressive, plays downhill. You just gotta make sure you're on top of your assignments and things like that. So I feel like really as we get going throughout the week, it's really about executing our jobs, no matter what position you are, just kind of honing in on the details, making sure we're where we need to be when we need to be there, and then just playing physical style of ball.
AJ, how more important are the 32 carries versus the 92 yards versus Chicago? You know what I'm saying? The number of carries, the number of times, time you're banging it in there, even though you didn't have any really explosive runs, but it still boosts you.
Yeah, I mean, I think, in today's age, everybody looks at the stat line. The most important stat, first of all, is we won. We won, and we left 1-0. We started off the season the right way. There's a lot of things that go into setting up a lot of the explosive plays that we do, and sometimes that is running the ball. I think, I'll give credit where it's due. I'm not going to, sing their praises, but the Bears did do a good job of trying to, neutralize the run, and, it was tough sledding at times, but then you look in the flip side of that, we had a lot of play-action plays that opened up some huge gashes, and obviously 10 did his thing, delivering the ball where it needed to be. Receivers and tight ends showed up in a big way. So, I think, and I'm kind of speaking on behalf of all the running backs, but, and you speak to 33, it's no different. I don't really think we care about the stats and the numbers. We care about winning those games. And so that's the most important stat. We did that, and now it's on to next week. I'm not looking back at last week trying to figure out, how many stats or how many yards we got and whatnot.
But you were happy for Jay Love. I mean, you guys were talking about how great he's been. You were trying to tell everybody who wanted to listen that this guy was going to step up in the big moments. How happy for you?
Tried to tell you, man. I'm fired up for him. It's just the beginning. I know he's a guy that's not satisfied with just being good or just being a 1-week wonder. He was right in here that next Monday, looking back at the tape, and then after we were finished watching the tape, he was back on, studying for the Falcons. And so, I think he's, once again, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but, really stepping in that leadership role, taking, the offensive, that role, and just kind of, demanding everybody kind of is right there with him and keep getting better every day. And so fired up for him, obviously, and I'm excited for him to continue. And I'm going to do my best to, help him out back there.
It's kind of massive for him to kind of follow behind A-Rod and, a future Hall of Famer. It's got to be that just be in that type of position.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I hate I have started to dislike the whole following in somebody's whole footsteps thing for him, just because he's his own guy, and obviously everybody. I don't think there's anybody in here who would ever discredit what A-Rod has done for this organization, or if you've had a chance to get to know him and things like that. But it's Jordan's time. I don't think he's trying to chase anybody else. I think he's just trying to be the best of him he can be. And so we're all there supporting him and fired up for his journey. His journey's starting. He started out week 1, QB1, got the dub. So it's just going to keep getting better from here.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Hey, AJ, have you noticed number 3 for those guys, Jesse Bates?
Jesse Bates, yeah.
He's kind of an impactful dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, he's somebody you guys got to be aware of.
Absolutely. Once again, I think he's in year 6, if I'm not misspeaking, or something like that. So played a lot of ball, obviously. We did play him back when we played the Bengals, and I'm pretty sure he's the one who hit me. I might be misspeaking here, but I'm pretty sure he's the one who hit me as I was going in the end zone, right there at the goal line. He's a guy that is always around the ball some way, some way, somehow. You can tell he understands the game. He understands, how to read the quarterback. He triggers in the run game. So got to give respect where it's due. Like I said, they got a lot of talented players over there, and they got a lot of guys who have played a lot of ball. And so for us, we got a lot of talented guys too. We just got to go out there and execute. And you want that as a competitor. You want to go up against good versus good. You want to go up against guys who are going to make you better, make you play to the best of your ability. And so all the credit, to him and how he's done throughout his career. But, we got to go out there and do our job too.